hi everybody, so we are again with Tom Cronin in the DTU Rizzo campus in Denmark, and now he will speak about renewable energy and community power for wind energy. So hi Tom again.
Hello again, hi.
So can you first present us what can we do with the energetic transition from fossil fuel to renewable energy resources, and how can we manage this transition? What does it imply?
Sure, yeah. I mean, what we're looking at when we're moving from a fossil fuel-based energy system, which is really concentrated in a few places in any one country, and we're moving towards a renewable energy-based system where the generation will be distributed out in society. We're looking at a transition from the traditional centralized system where people really don't notice where the energy comes from, to a system whereby people will be noticing where the energy is coming from. And this means that energy production, energy generation will be part of communities, will be part of society in a way it hasn't been in the last 30 years or so. And so what this will also mean is that it is important that society actually has some kind of ownership, has some kind of feeling with the energy generation, that this is a benefit for them.
Yeah.
So often we have seen a wind energy project that has been literally just placed in a community, and understandably this does create some friction and some problems with the community. So there are a number of different ways in which people are trying to make this transition smoother. Certainly here in Denmark we have a number of mechanisms whereby people can take part in the project and can own part of the project. There's also schemes whereby the local community can be developed, or they can have some facilities that improve the local community by way of the wind farm. So here we're talking about what can wind farms do for regional development of societies.
And do you have some example about like a project of a wind farm that works with the community and can improve the community living conditions?
The one here in Denmark that is mentioned most often is the Passant project on the west coast of Denmark. And this is a project that has been put together such that it develops the local harbour in the area. And because a lot of the community, a lot of the society around it has something to do with the harbour, either they are employed by the harbour or it has something to do with the way that they live or their standard of living, this means that there is great acceptance of the project within the local community. Whether or not this can be exactly replicated in other areas is another question, and it's the sort of thing that we're looking into here at DTU Wind Energy. But sure, the concept whereby a society or a community can benefit from wind energy, this is something that must be replicated as we install more turbines.
And it can improve maybe the local acceptance of wind farms if people take a little bit from the investment, they can invest and take back as a
Sure. I mean, the thing is, we tend to not to try and look at it as an acceptance locally, because this kind of means that somehow it's an imposition.
I understand.
But we would rather try and work such that there is a desire from the local community to have this sort of generation in there and in amongst them, because in the future, I do believe, and we're looking quite a few years ahead in the future, that our energy system is going to mean that we are going to be more involved as people as to how the energy is generated and how we use the energy. This is going to have to change.
Because it's not because today it's a little bit normal. When you plug something, it will work, and you can have energy every time, everywhere. And maybe it will not be the same. You will more think about it on the future.
Exactly, and the real challenge we have here as researchers is how can technology help people to work with the system. There's no doubt about it that renewable energy is more of a challenge for our energy system than the traditional fossil fuel-based system. And it's this kind of challenge that it makes it really interesting to work in the area. I would thoroughly recommend that people thinking of a career, particularly in energy, I really would recommend you to go into what will the future energy system be like?
Yeah, it's so
and
interesting.
be part of it,
Yeah.
and be part of creating it, and be part of not only generation, we've thought about generation a lot, but also about consumption,
Yeah.
because the two have to play together, and this is the way that we will get our
Yeah,
energy system of the
course.
future.
And you will
Yeah.
meet also passionate people.
Yeah,
everywhere.
great. Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you
Super.
very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
And see you soon for a new interview of the Fly for the project. Bye.
Bye bye.